The city of Portage, 16 have died. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but the police chief says he's never seen anything like it in his small city. And the problem can't be solved by his department alone. Only News 3's Danica Lewis and photojournalist Melissa Bailing share how one neighbor is helping with something as basic as a home.
On Highway 33, on your way into Portage, there are roadside reminders of how we should treat one another. And there may be no better example of that unofficial city motto than Jake Niesen.
Man, that is not light. I mean, I'm just a normal person trying to do abnormal things, I guess.
Jake started renovating his new house a few weeks ago, spending his savings on the perfect property.
It is a lot of work and it's a lot of money, but there will be something so much more after I'm done with this other than just a house. This will be a safe place and a place where people can recover.
This will soon be a sober living home, giving people struggling with addiction some sort of foundation.
We're criminalizing addiction instead of treating addiction. Jail is not treatment. Prison is not treatment. This is treatment.
We're not going to arrest our way out of this. It's the whole community. We need to come together.
Portage Police Chief Ken Manthe has been dealing with drug issues for decades. There's been an overdose for every 87 people who live in his city over the past 3 years alone. And the situation is getting worse as dealers lace more of their heroin with fentanyl.
Before, if someone overdosed, usually one dose of Narcan would bring them back around. Now we're seeing 2, 3, 4, or more doses of Narcan to bring these people back around. So it shows how strong this drug is. It gets so frustrating when we keep seeing these people. You would think that if you were brought back to life, that should be a life-changing event, that a person would say, I'm never going to do this again. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Luckily, it was the case for Jake. But just like renovations, recovery didn't come easy. It all started with a serious car accident years ago. The doctor prescribed him oxycodone.
For the first time in my life, I finally felt happy, briefly, which is sad because I think I suffered from serious depression and suicidal ideation. And then they hand me this prescription to help with pain, and I was like, this is it. You know, like, I don't have to look for anything else. This is my purpose in life.
After years in and out of jail cells and 10 different treatment facilities, Jake knew he needed a different place to heal. And he found that place in a sober living home.
Oh, you brought the dog, huh? Hey, bud.
I didn't get a hug.
Okay. It's what saved me. Love you. And I felt like there needs to be more than just a 3-hour counseling session, you know, 3 days a week.
Hey, bud.
And this is so hands-on that this will provide the best safety net for people, I believe.
He's been clean for almost 3 years now.
I found something that I want to do in my life that I'm passionate about, and that kind of like limits the idea of it being a challenge.
Look at that. Look at that! Nice measurement. He didn't think it would work.
It's more of a gift, and it's more of an opportunity instead of a challenge.
Jake hopes a sense of safety and support will do for his tenants the same thing it did for him, starting a chain reaction of us following that Portage mantra and looking out for one another.
If they can pay it forward, like let's say I have people that do recover and they do the same thing I'm doing, I mean, this will just spread, and that's what I'm looking for.
In Portage, Danica Lewis, WISC News 3.
And Jake plans to have the remodeling all done by the end of the month, but his work won't end there. He's planning a fundraiser to help residents pay for rent until they're able to get back on their feet, and he hopes some of that money can also go towards a second recovery house he wants to open for women, and we'll be sure to follow up with him and pass along those details. Well, you have felt the change in our weather in the last